For the first time this season, GAMERNR heads to a road course for Race 5 of the Sportsman Series schedule, and it's held at America's National Park for Speed, Road America. A 16-lap race may not seem like much, but the 4-mile, 14-turn course will present a challenge to even the most skilled racers in the Kohler Generator's 150. This racetrack immediately sets itself apart as one of the most unique on the circuit, as the drivers will take a hard right-hander for turn 1 after speeding down the long front straightaway. With tight borderline 9-degree corners, a carousel ride, and a lap being completed only after making a trek up a tall, daunting hill, it'll be one of the more strategic, track position-based races we've seen up to this point. However, there's still a survival element. Many drivers miss turn 10 in practice, a difficult corner to nail down, so it's likely we'll see this at least once during the race. Let's use this long pace lap to review the Aaa starting lineup. Notorious road course racer Rose Henson put up a 2-minute and 8.112 second lap time for her second front row appearance of the season, and just under 0.2 faster than your P2 qualifier, Colin Teague. Teague is third in points and has had exceptional qualifying speed on the big tracks this year. In fact, this is his second straight outside pole start. Look for him to make it a fight once we see the green flag. Current points leader Marcus Sierpes will start 6th today, looking to continue his early season momentum that he has used to propel himself to a 70-point lead over teammate made points rival Zachary DeLillo. Barring any bizarre circumstances, his gap over DeLillo will most likely increase coming to the end of the first quarter, as he is starting P21. But if things go right, Teague could spark a charge with a points lead after today. 4th and 5th in points, Jay Jefferson and Evan Hunter both had poor qualifying runs, as they will start 19th and 17th respectively. Jefferson has been seen up front throughout the season, but Evan Hunter has had an extremely quiet yet extremely strong season up to this point. They'll both need to make up quite a few spots if they want to stay top 5 in the standings. And lastly, going back to their pole sitter, Rose Henson. Henson has a lot to gain today, and this has been circled as one of her opportunities to do so. After finishing second to Anderson Reed, the body armor 300, she sits 16th in points. Could this be where she pulls herself out of the hole? Can Marcus Sierpes lock up the points lead in the first quarter? We're about to find out as the field approaches the line. Green flag is out, we're racing at Road America. So it's going to be Rose Henson, the lead lap number 1, and we're going to get some replays here real quick. One of them was Peter on Jack spinning around, and Doge Borkingen as well went off in turn 10. Talking about in the pre-race how you would see drivers kind of miss that corner, and we saw it here. So unfortunate for those two drivers early on, and I believe we have some more calamity up here, maybe some contact. Bit of a gap. That is Mathis Wells with damage. May have been a bit of a stack up. Oh no, that's Reeves in the 15. So not what he needed. So we got 3 wide back here. It's Reed, Hunter, and DeLello. And now DJ Reed is off. And he's going to get passed for last place by Peter Onjak. So back up here, a lot more contact going through those two corners, but Henson runs it a little wide, but not that wide that she'd miss the corner. Gonna once again keep the camera here to see if anyone else goes into the barriers. Doesn't look like it. Okay, and Mathis Wells does have damage as well, so damage to both hoods of the red cars in this race, excluding Hector Garcia. We gotta look up front. It's Colin Teague is filed into third, the 02 following right behind. Riding right in Colin Teague's tracks, and he's gonna go for the pass here. But gives up the spot. Couldn't keep the momentum going up the hill. And lap 3 is underway here at Road America. Already seeing some separation. You got a second and a half, bit more than that, between first and second, and then about 5 seconds from third and fourth. Cologne is sitting in that spot with Lynn, Bell, Marcus Sierpes, and a whole other gaggle of cars back here. Anderson Reed also has a bit of damage. And it looks like it's it for those who've had trouble. The top 3 stay the same. Back here, it's Lynn Bell going on the inside of Marcus Sierpes. Or no, that's Bell getting passed by Sierpes. All 4 now looking, trying to take advantage of that. But has to let off that corner as the 17 goes right around. In fact, Aiden Smith might be the one to get ahead of Pre McShane here. That would be for 7th place. Quick look back here. Balaji is missing it, and he will go in the wall. No, he won't. He'll come back off, and he will get back into, I want to say that would be 5th place. Yes, it would be. So Pelagia remains in the top 5, but not quite as close to the lead as he wanted to be, as he was a couple laps ago. But now he's right on the bumper of Marcus Sierpes. So see if Pelagia can eventually take back 4th. 3rd might be a stretch unless something happens to Cologne. Back here you got the 29 going for position on the 15, and a whole bunch of other battling up here, back here, with the drivers in the back of the pack. And Teague and Rose are pretty much gone. I don't think that gap increased nor decreased between the top 2. It's kind of stayed stagnant past 2 laps. And the gap between the people back here also remain the same. First battle right here is I believe that is Reed taking back a spot on Reeves. DeLello looking to make back spots. Goforth looks like he'll get some momentum off the outside, and that's the 03 and 32 back there getting together. So Wells and Borkington colliding. Both of them already have damage. Not what either of them needed, and the top two are both going to go off here. And are they going to come back still with the gap? Yes, they are. Colin Teague, not so much. He might get passed. Yeah, he's definitely getting passed. But Henson maintains the lead. That just shows how big of a lead he had. And Teague, not so lucky. He is going to fall back to what I believe is 7th. Slotted in right behind Bell and right in front of Aiden Smith. So not even a bad turn 10 could stop Rose Henson. She built up a gap and took advantage of the 99. Probably feeling quite lucky in that car right now that the driver battling with her for the lead also missed the corner. As they come up the hill, and in fact the gap between first and second has increased, so that did not really hurt Rose Henson one bit. Battle back here within the top 5 is a bit tighter now. You got Sierpes right on the bumper of Cologne, and Sierpes still looking to continue his momentum. He won last race at Kansas, sitting 3rd in a good position if something happens to these top 2 again. But now Pelagia in danger of getting passed by Lynn Bell here. And Bell is going to take away 4th from Pelagia. But can Pelagia fight back? He did for a minute, but now Bell is officially clear. Teague is under pressure from Aiden Smith here now. And Cologne riding in 2nd. Let's see what happens up here. Rose might just miss it again. And she might be in trouble this time. Here comes Cologne. And Cologne will get that spot. Sierpes will move back into 2nd here. And now Rose is right by Colin Teague, but now Teague is getting passed right now by Aiden Smith, Hector Garcia, and a whole bunch of others. As they are almost 3 wide for that spot right there. Thomas had to kind of regroup, got a little panicky there. But right now it's Premix Shane leading that battle. Thomas is trying to get ahead of Teague here. Can he do it? Teague's got the raw on the inside. But they continue to battle side by side up the hill. But battling up front, it's Lynn Bell versus Marcus Sierpes. And this is what Lynn Bell needed. She's down there on the points. Looked for the bigger tracks to try and make a run at getting back up to a respectable points position. And this is a good opportunity they have right now. So let's see what they can do with Sierpes here. Not quite going to get there. As the pack remains single file throughout the first battle right here. DeLello's still trying to pass Cody Goforth. And Goforth right now trying to get ahead of Teague, who has continued to drop after going wide in turn 10. Speaking of turn 10, it's coming up. And can Cologne nail this corner? He does. So do those two. Henson cutting it close. Maybe not the grip that Rose Henson needs in that car. Smith also cuts it close. A lot of drivers really getting close to the grass. Borkington in the grass, basically, as well as Reed. And the 17 is all over the bumper of Sierpes. And could Bell be the one to try and upset Sierpes from this second position? Because who knows, second may be the best place if the leader goes wide in the carousel. But something else that Lynn Bell has to worry about that might be motivating them is behind him it's Thomas Pelagia, who is hungry to make back the spots he lost, as well as Rose Henson, the 85, 86. Those are two very hungry drivers who lost a whole bunch of spots early on, trying to make them up. And Bell has to try and fend those people off, as well as trying to fight Sierpes. But Cologne right now sitting comfortably in the lead, but nothing is ever given as a bit of contact with the bumpers for all three of them there. '17 almost got pinched into the dirt. Sierpes goes wide here. Bell's looking for position, and they'll slingshot right by Sierpes. And that 02 went wide. Here comes Rose Henson. But now Henson's going to get forced wide here, but not too wide. Let's see. And Cologne's off into the dirt. And give the lead to Lynn Bell. 3 wide, now the 25 falls back. 89, preferred lane into the corner. There's contact with Smith and Henson. And Rose Henson will take a spot away from Aiden Smith that he was looking for. You got the 31, the 25, the 04, the 10. They are all back here fighting. So now it's Lynn Bell, your leader. Pelagia, Sierpes as well in this 3-car pack right here. Kind of separated pretty equally. Rose Henson sits in 4th, and Colin Teague is coming down a pit. Now, could this be the first race we see pit strategy? It is a very large course out here in Wisconsin. So maybe we might see some pit stops to try and stretch the fuel. And oh, we got big trouble here. It's Anderson Reed, huge damage to that 12. We're going to find out what happened here. But right now, oh, we got multiple. I think it might just be the drivers with damage. And one of those drivers with damage is a 28 of Kirsten Bell. She's got the hood removed and the front end caved in. But going back to the front, the 17 and the 77 going at it. 86 a bit wide, really trying to get position on that 02 there. And if Lynn Bell goes wide in the carousel this time, or any other time for that matter, it'll be Marcus Sierpes who would be in a position to go back-to-back if he doesn't make the same mistake. Alright, let's see here. Bell going kinda wide. Sierpes wider. And everyone else looks like they'll make it through clean, except for Jefferson. He will go right into the dirt. And will he come back out? I don't think he will. I think Jefferson has impacted the tire barriers back there. And yes, he has. He is stuck there. And there's really no possibility for a caution if a driver gets stuck at that point. That may have been what happened to Anderson Reed in that same spot that made him transport down to pit road. Pelagia might have to fix his side end damage. He gives up third place. Looks like the 77 has gotten by Lynn Bell in the 17. And Sierpes has taken over, but he's still got a strong road racer behind him. So into this corner, Sierpes gains a bit of time. So Rose Henson, that puts her into third. Pelagia pitting does. 25 off into the dirt. And now the 77 and 17 really going at it here. That's a good run off the corner for Lynn Bell. They continue to be right on to Sierpes, and really that's how they've been pretty much this whole race, right by each other. Rose Henson is kind of gained on this pair here, but with that, Garcia has gained on her. Cologne in the 25, Aiden Smith in the 89, Pre McShane the 04, Landon Thomas at 10, Reeves in the 15, will not pit this time, and Evan Hunter in the 11. That is your top 10 right now. So top 4 kind of equally split apart. You saw the 31 kind of, does he have an issue? I think he might have a problem. Oh yeah, this is looking kind of big for the 31 here. I don't know what made him slow down. Maybe he just got to really tight that corner, but he seems to be up to speed here. And look at this, we have a pack of 3 forming. They've all kind of conglomerated together as something has to be wrong with 31 here. Yeah. But back up front, we gotta check out this. That 25 seems to go wide pretty much every lap. Really hard to get that corner down, pretty tight, but going into the toughest corner to get down, turn 10. Let's see how they fare here. Henson is going off again. And this one's going to cost her. She hits the barrels. And that will put Aiden Smith now into third, with Garcia's issue and Henson pretty much out of the race. These two continue to battle. The 10 following close behind. Let's see how the gap turns out. Okay, 5 seconds, not very close behind, but that's just how it's going to be on these road courses here. As following close behind the 10, it's Aiden Smith, who lost third place. McShane running in the 04. In P5, Nelson Reeves has stayed in the top 10 with the damaged hood that bad, which is very surprising to me. The 25 slipped up. He slipped up quite a lot this race, but managed to keep it in the top 10. 69 following right behind, and these are two drivers who had trouble early on in the race. That just shows how this race has been. The two drivers who have spun around, made contact, they've both made their way back up into the top 10. No one in the top 2 misses it here. Let's go back here, see if Thomas and Aiden Smith fare well. No, McShane is not going to fare well. She hits the barriers and she will stop, and Onjack going wide here. He will not impact the barriers and he will come back out. This, I don't know if this will be a caution out here. McShane, it really isn't in the spot where the officials can't see it, but she hasn't pulled back into pit road. So, tough way to end her day. In the top 5, goes wide in turn 10. Up the hill, we are coming to 5 laps to go here at Road America. It's been these two all race. They've kind of perfected this course. They have not taken turn 10 wide or any other corner wide for that matter. Only mistake I've seen is the one that may have resulted in the 17 getting passed by the 77. But really, I want to say that would be it. These two have remained the same. Reeves has gotten into the top 5 now with the 04 impacting the barrels. Cologne into 6th place. Hunter 7th. DJ Reed is he's right where he started in 8th place. Cologne right now going for a pass on Reeves. It will not work. In fact, he might get passed by Hunter, but Hunter goes wide that corner. Keeps the spot. Don't know if there's some trouble up here, but the 10 and 89, it looked a bit sideways. And the gap between these two have kind of spread out to the point where Lynn Bell might want to hope for a miracle here. Sierpes kind of got into the grass, but not that much. Cody go fourth, one of them with the front end damage. Same with DeLello up here. A 36. But Sierpes here has pulled away from Lynn Bell, his competitor all race, and he is looking to go back-to-back with just 4 laps to go in this race. Just saying to himself, no mistakes, nothing that could cost him the win, because he's basically got it locked up now. The 17 has kind of exited the picture. They're now almost a second back. Cologne has fallen into the clutches of Evan Hunter. Reed following behind them, and really these are the people remaining in the race. Out are Anderson, Reed, Jay Jefferson, Rose Henson. The 04 might as well be out. She is a lap down, and Mathis Wells, he is over a minute behind. So I think this this day is done for him. He's had multiple instances of trouble here today. But I don't know, that 17 may just catch back up into the 17's clutches, but they went wide there, so that may spell trouble in terms of Bell's hopes for this win. And here's hoping they don't overdo it. Going to the corner trying to catch back up, but they don't. But the person who will is Aiden Smith. Will he keep it off the barriers? He will not. He impacts them. And that will be it for his day. So that'll move the 15 into 4th, the 25 into 5th. Evan Hunter here in 7th place. The 69 running in now 7th. The 11 will be 6th. Goforth snags 8th now. DeLello has a top 10 in his hands. And on Jack, he is now moved into the 10th place position. 3 to go here at Road America. There's now over a second and a half advantage over Lynn Bell from Marcus Sierpes in the 77. We've got 13 seconds between the leader and first, which means that it's 8 seconds between third and fourth alone. So I don't know if that's Reeves and his damage slowing up this pack here, or if it's just these guys just being ahead of the field. The 25 will move past the 15, and look out back there! Reeves is going to get dumped by Hunter. And that's a shame he had a top 10 locked up. But Evan Hunter puts the bumper to the back of the 15, and he's going to lose a top 10 there. And now the caution's out! And this is going to set up a green-white checkered because of that move. Unreal! There's no words to describe this race. And now Hunter and Cologne are going to go wide both. They'll come out just fine here. But Goforth will make it past. DeLolo will make it past. Onjak, let's see. I think he'll stay in 10th. Oh my. Okay. Well, out of all the incidences today, this is the one that brought out the caution. This is the one that has caused the green-white checkered. And this is the one that will shake things up immensely. That gap between Lynn Bell and Marcus Sierpes has been erased. And what could we see here? I don't know if Hunter he knows what he's done. But this is a very interesting move for sure. Now Nelson Reeves, only one spot separates him and Hunter. So I don't know, maybe some retribution can be had there. But we're into caution for the first time today, the third time this series. And it's from the 11 spinning out the 15. We've had dozens of cars go wide in the corner and impact the barrier, but they've kept it clean and green. I guess the officials just can't see that area, but they saw this one loud and clear, I guess. We'll check out just what happened between those two with this replay, and we'll bring you guys back to the green flag once that's done. So looking back at this, it's pretty hard to actually put the blame on Hunter here. The 15 slows way down. I don't know if that's a result due to his damage, but Reeves just kind of gets cleaned out as a result of taking the corner very cautiously. I don't know if he had to lift because of the 25, but we'll get another look here. Alright, this is what cost Reeves a spot in the top 10. Just has to let off there, spins around, has to regroup here, and loses a couple of spots in the process. So my mind says racing incident. The 11 may have dove it down in there, but the 15 really let off of that corner. So I want to say there's an equal blame to be had. But unfortunately, that's put us under the caution, and now we've got a green-white checker to go take a look at. So we'll bring you guys back to that right here in the GAMERNR Sportsman Series, the Kohler 150. Alright, welcome back. Some people in the top 10, well, one person in the top 10, that's Stephen Cologne in the 25, comes down to Pitt from 6th place. So does the 28. So, there's that. Pace car light's still on, so we can check out this pit stop from the 25. If I can get to him here. At fuel only. For these two drivers. And I don't know if maybe that's to make sure they make it for these next couple laps. Now the lights are off on the pace car. But I don't know if that's to make it for these next couple laps. I have no idea what we're going to see here. We've got 2 laps to go. We could see another caution for all I know, really. You got the 77 out front, the 17 second. It's been that way all day. Landon Thomas has kept third for a good portion. DJ Reed has really survived this race. So has Goforth DeLello. I mean, they both have damage, but they gotten damage early on instead of late, so they got it when it didn't matter. And the guys that you'll see back here, they got it when it mattered, I guess. Hunter in 8th. On Jack P9. And Nelson Reeves in 10th place, so he gets back in the top 10. Whether or not he is just content with staying there, I don't know that. His teammate, Doge Borkington, in the 32. That's the 02, the 99, the 31, the 89, the 03, the 25, and the 28. And these two, I not want to try and speculate here, but if these two came down for fuel, who knows what they might be thinking. They've got, now it would be coming to 17 laps under their belt. This race was scheduled to go 16 laps. It will now go 18 or longer if we get another caution. And maybe that's not what these teams are prepared for, but maybe they think they can stretch it with a bit of saving. Maybe these guys back here have the right idea. Someone else who is on the lead lap is Mathis Wells. Might have enough fuel. Who knows, really. But yeah, these teams were prepared for 16 laps. They're going to get 18. Maybe that's what the 25 and 28 were both thinking as they went down pit road, coming to the one to go to the green lap. And if that's the right move, well, we're just going to wait and see here as we come to the green flag, highly anticipating what will happen next. Will Sierpes hang on for his second in a row, first repeat winner this season? Will Bell catch up? Be able to make a pass? Will the 10 somehow come home? Or the 69 or the 84? Who knows, for that matter. They're all bunched up. And what we're about to see could very well be unpredictable. We got one who might come down, the 02, the 31, the 03. They're not coming down to pit. I guess they just got stacked up. But coming to the green flag, here we go. 2 laps to go at Road America. Green flag back out. 17 immediately ducks down low on Sierpes. Let's see how they'll go for them. Coming into turn number 1. Sierpes is going to get the push from Thomas, and Thomas will move into second here. But Bell's still putting the pressure on Thomas, and Bell will take back second place. 29 in the grass back there. Top 5, now because of the restart, they're all under a blanket here coming to this corner. 10 given the bumper by the 69, still gets the run off the corner. Everyone looks to stay the same here, except for back here. Mathis Wells still trying to take a car that's ready for the dumpster to an okay finish, ahead of some guys at least. But here comes the money corner. Bell made up a huge amount of time right there, that corner. But this is the one that matters. Top 3 look to be just fine. Oh, the 84 just a little bit wide. But no one completely misses it that time around. I think they know what the stakes are now. Alright, coming to the white flag. With turn 10 done. Who knows? This could be Sierpes' race to lose unless the 17 can come back here and pass Sierpes on speed, which is what Sierpes did to the 17 earlier on to get this lead in the first place. Up the hill. Sierpes might be coming down pit road. They're all coming down pit road. Who's going to stay out? Pelagia is going to stay out. And so is Mathis Wells. Coming to the white flag. One more lap to go. And no one can make it. Wells is going to get passed by this 25 here. And Thomas Pelagia, if he wins this race, he will have just won it after being... Where? I can't even see him. Okay, he got third there at the line. But he's praying. He does not want to miss right here. If he misses, that would give the win to Cologne, and if he misses, ah, man. Wells, that would be a crazy fan reaction coming to the line if he wins. Alright, here we come. The 0-2 around that corner. 25 perfects it. 0-2 a little bit wide there. Along with the 0-3. Alright, here we go. And Pelagia is through. Wells is not. Wells, and that's a painful loss, and he is done. He had third with the wrecked race car, and he's going to keep that wrecked race car. And he's got to pull it back into the pits. But it will be very bittersweet for him, as Pelagia, who has been the great driver so far for MW Racing. Mathis Wells may have a win, but Pelagia is the one who's had the consistency to get up there in the points, and that points gain is going to be very significant here. As Pelagia comes to the line, the definition of a steal is going to happen here at Road America, and on fumes, the 0-2 is going to take it. And I'm at a loss for words right now. I have no idea what to think. Controversial, Yes. Chaotic. Yes. Good. Absolutely not. But this was a race here at Road America. And the questions for whether or not they renewed their contract as being a race on here, the GAMERNR Sportsman Series schedule is definitely up in the air. Either that or they gotta get turn 10 at least somewhat figured out. They gotta put some grip down there, who knows. But they didn't have it nailed down here today, and it shows. And this was quite the race. I don't know what else to say. Pelagia, as he comes around here for his lap to get back to the pits, he places first. Once again, stole it. The 25, he survived, and he took the fuel coming to the one to go, and that paid off. And I'm not quite sure what caused Pelagia to not be the one who ran out, but he didn't. Marcus Sierpes, after leading all day, third. I know he's not happy about that. Probably frustrated that the green-white checkered happened. Landon Thomas comes up fourth. Not the biggest contender for slipstream all day, but he'll have the result to show for it. Cody Goforth comes home with the top 5. 17, Heartbreak, 6th place. And 3 of the slipstream drivers in the top 10, but they all have damage. I don't know what Nelson Reeves is going to be thinking. I don't know what any of these drivers are going to be thinking. I don't know what I'm going to be thinking. Reeves is junked as we watch the O2 do the burnouts. Bright side is we got a great racetrack coming up. Auto Club Speedway, 2 Mile Oval. First race of the next quarter. We'll hope to see you there. Maybe get past this one. There's not much else to say. Look forward to the Auto Club 300 at Auto Club coming soon next week. Thank you for watching the GAMERNR Sportsman Series. We'll see you next time.